This one should be good though. Your hair blends so easy. It's crazy. I'm like trying to make it hard and it's not. So I'm gonna start with my 2 and just take some of that bulk off. And so since he's doing the hard part, we're gonna take the fade all the way up to the part and make it nice, clean, and short. So you don't wanna grab any of these long hairs in or start pushing the part over. So we like to just grab it with the comb and kinda flip it up. And then sometimes at the part, the hair will change directions of the way it grows. So if it's like growing up, you can kind of flip the clipper up, clean that up. And then I just finished out with my 2 open and kind of like flick that in just to blend that line. So we're pretty much good to start blending with shears now once we get this cut down. So now we're going to start with our second guideline, which is the shortest length he wants, which is the half guard. And then when I'm right here in this tight area, I don't want the fade to go too high by me trying to fit the whole clipper in. So I'll just use like the corner. And so I started with my half open. Now I'm gonna close it and just fade it into that. And then I use my mirror a lot just to check and make sure there's no dark spots that I didn't see straight on. And then I always like to start on the same side when I'm doing my clipper work. So I started on this side, so now I'm gonna go with the next guard, which is a 1. And I'm gonna start on this side with it open. And I'm just gonna work the whole way around with that 1 open. And then on the way back to the other side, I'm gonna close the 1 and then fade it in. And then don't forget to use your chair, like spinning your client. That'll help with efficiency. It's not about speed, but it is about being efficient. So now I went all the way around with the 1.5 open. Now I'm gonna close it. And then when it comes to fading, like these little brushes are so cheap, but they help out so much. Just make sure they're the soft ones and not the hard, stiff ones. They just get those loose hairs that you already cut off the head and makes the fade a lot clearer. Okay, so he wants to do a taper. I recommend taper, especially for clients if they go anything lower than the 1 and they have like these little spots here just in the hairline where their growth pattern changes at the neck. So we're just gonna taper that out. And now I'm closing it, making it a complete 0, dusting the edges, checking in the mirror. And so I can still see a little tiny bit of his hairline, so I'm just gonna go in with the trimmer. All right, so for this back area, we have some long hairs, but I didn't want to zip that off with the clippers, so I just go with shear over comb. And then with that 2 guard open that we started with, it really blends into the length that he has on the top of the head. So I'm just gonna use my shear over comb just to blend that, which is not gonna take much. And basically what I'm doing is taking the comb, rocking it out. Anything that sticks out, that's what gets snipped. So for the top, are we doing just a light trim, or you want to do like a month's worth? That would be like right there. Okay. And then so for this side, to blend this, the first round I just comb everything out and then kind of slide it down. So I started here and then started here. So we're gonna end up with a point here in the middle. And once we take that point out, which is right here, that's what's gonna blend it. And it's just a very small detail, but it makes a big difference. And then sometimes you see how his hair goes kind of like at an angle. It doesn't go like straight down how I combed it out. So after I do that, I'll comb it at the angle where it kind of lays, and then do that same step. Now just like double blend it. This back area is looking a little heavy this side compared to how short this side is. And so I'll just basically take this, comb it straight out, and then anything that's past that shortest length, so this here, all that's gonna get cut. And then that'll give like a layered effect to this area here, so it's not like super short and then super heavy. So he likes to go back with it, so we wanna leave a little length in this corner. We don't wanna make that too short. Right now, I'm just making sure we don't have any long hairs that I missed. You feel good about the length here on top?
Yeah, love it.
Now it's time for the hard part. Get the comb in there flat and then pull those roots tight. And then for the hard part, for the first line, I kind of just tap. And you see how thin that is? So we want it just a little thicker, so you would slide the trimmer. So it's just a tiny rock. Cleaning off my tools while that hot towel sits on his neck. So this is a little bit of texture powder. This is the Phantom, so this is like a matte paste. And then I'm just gonna use that over top of the powder just to like get any of the little flyaways. That look good?
Yeah, I feel like a new man.
All right, awesome. And I like to put the product on while the towel's on, so that way I can use the inside of this towel to like clean my hands off from the product. All right, let's get your look down a little bit.